film really help change your life so that you actually feel happier?
Well, we think that one that could do this is Groundhog Day.
Rita, I'm reliving the same day over and over. I'm a god.
And even if you've seen it, watch it again. It bears repetition.
And they're in our books, articles, online blogs by experts on how the film can help us understand ourselves better.
Groundhog Day seems to have tapped into an experience a lot of us have, feeling trapped in a repeating cycle of daily life that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Well, the obvious solution is to break out, move on, get a new life, get what you think you want. But there's a problem.
Decades of psychological research have shown just how little changes in our life circumstances affect our long-term happiness. Psychologists call this the Hedonic Treadmill, running very fast to stay in the same place.
And this is where Groundhog Day comes in, because we see someone finding happiness, even though everything around them stays exactly the same. Phil, producer Rita and cameraman Larry are off to Punxsutawney to cover the annual Groundhog Day festival the next day, February 2nd.
Okay, campers, rise and shine. It's Groundhog Day.
Did you sleep well, Mr. Connors?
I slept alone, Mrs. Lancaster.
Would you like some coffee?
I don't suppose there's any possibility of getting an espresso or a cappuccino this morning, is there?
Oh, I really don't know.
How to spell espresso cappuccino. This looks fine.
I hope you enjoyed the festivities.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to.
Will you be checking out today, Mr. Connors?
Chance of departure today, 100%.
So Phil's arrogant, sarcastic, self-absorbed, and looks down on almost everyone he meets.
You're missing all the fun.
But he's also miserable and disappointed with himself. Surely he's cut out for better things than Groundhog Day.
I definitely see a shadow.
This is one time where television really fails to capture the true excitement of a large squirrel predicting the weather.
Okay, we'll try it again without the sarcasm.
We got it. Come on.
Phil can't wait to get away, but an unexpected blizzard he didn't foresee keeps him trapped in Punxsutawney for another night. And next morning, it's
Groundhog Day.
again.
What the hell? Do you ever have deja vu, Mrs. Lancaster?
I don't think so, but I could check with the kitchen. Will you be checking out today, Mr. Connors?
Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again?
And again.
Campers, rise and shine.
And again. Phil's condemned to an ever-repeating day. The film's about how he deals with it, what he learns, and what we can learn from it.
His first reaction is denial. This can't be happening.
Where have you been?
Rita, do me a favor. I need someone to give me a good, hard slap in the face.
How's that?
Good.
If you need any help with the other cheek, let me know. I'm right here.
But then he realises that if there's no tomorrow, there are no consequences. He can do what he likes. So he does.
I'm betting he's gonna swear first. I'm not gonna live by their rules anymore.
And he doesn't. He takes whatever he wants.
What's your name?
Nancy Taylor, and you are?
What high school did you go to?
What?
High school.
Lincoln in Pittsburgh.
Nancy? Nancy Taylor? Lincoln High School!
Phil.
But this doesn't work with Rita, even though Phil tries to manipulate her into believing they're soulmates.
Small town people are more real, more down there.
That's how I feel. Believe it or not, I studied 19th century French poetry.
What a waste of time.
Believe it or not, I studied 19th century French poetry.
La fille qui j'aimerais sera comme mon frère.
You speak French.
But Rita doesn't do one-night stands. And Phil's only got the one night. And Rita sees right through him.
Oh no, I can't believe I fell for this. This whole day has just been one long setup. You must be crazy. I could never love someone like you, Phil, because you'll never love anyone but yourself. That's for making me care about you.
Phil falls into despair and self-pity.
This is pitiful. 1,000 people freezing their butts off waiting to worship a rat.
Denial, hedonistic escape, and self-pity are all common and understandable responses to difficult life circumstances. But they're all guaranteed to keep us right where we are, trapped in a repeating cycle of life.
I'll give you a winter prediction. It's going to be cold, it's going to be gray, and it's going to last you for the rest of your life.
And Phil will never escape from that cold, grey day, as long as he stays consumed by himself. But with nowhere else to go, he finally begins to reach out, confiding in Rita, treating her as a friend rather than a target.
I wake up every day right here, right in Punxsutawney, and it's always February 2nd. Please believe me. You've got to believe me.
You guys ready? We better get going if we're gonna stay ahead of the weather. What's that?
We're going to stay out of the weather. Maybe I should spend the rest of the day with you as an objective witness, just to see what happens.
Gee, this sounds like a science project.
I don't know, Phil. Maybe it's not a curse. Just depends on how you look at it.
It's a throwaway line, but a seed is sown. Phil realises there is something he can do.
He has the option, open to all of us in situations we can neither change or escape from, to decide how he's going to respond. We can choose to work with the day or against it.
Okay, campers, rise and shine, and don't forget your booties, 'cause it's cold out there.
Make it an ally or an enemy.
Phil starts working with the day, becoming a participant in Groundhog Day, develops new skills, and begins finding a sense of purpose and a feeling of shared identity.
Standing here among the people of Punxsutawney and basking in the warmth of their hearths and hearts, I couldn't imagine a better fate than a long and lustrous winter.
And uses his godlike knowledge for what he can give rather than what he can take.
Oh my God!
What makes this transition so believable is that Phil's character hasn't been changed just to fit the story. The sarcasm's still there,
It's nothing, ma'am. I had the tire and the jack.
and he still likes some time being centre stage.
He's still Phil. It's still February the 2nd, but it's a different day. He's lost the arrogant superiority
It's that nice young man from the motor club. Thank you again.
and the constant dissatisfaction that had been condemning him
I never thanked you properly for what you did for Buster.
to a recurring day of disappointment.
What did you do today?
Oh, same old, same old.
Phil's changed what was in his power to change, and that's all any of us can do. In spite of all the promises, we can't just change ourselves. Much of our script has been written before we're born. But like Phil, we still have the capacity to create better, kinder versions of ourselves. We can be happy for what we have, or bitter for what we don't have.
Okay, campers, rise and shine.
Groundhog Day gives us a new take on this fundamental and potentially liberating truth.
No matter what happens tomorrow, or for the rest of my life, I'm happy now.
So why not give it a go? Or another go? You may find something there to help or inspire you.
But even if you don't, it's still 101 minutes of joyful entertainment. What have you got to lose?
It's Groundhog